Okay, Suzanne, I'm going to show you how to add fields to a form or something like that. So first, I'm going to stick this in a file. So here I've got a loop that's got miscellaneous forms. I'm just going to throw it in this new folder here. So add document. I scanned it previously, so I'm going to use this email button. Click, copy that goofy stuff. Go to my email. Here's the scan that I got emailed from the computer. Hit forward, and then paste in that thing I just copied, and then hit send. So what that's done is it's sent an email with this attachment over to Dotloop into this folder using this particular long email address. So if I close this out, come up here and refresh this. And refresh this again. There we go. So now it's showed up. So there's the form. Fortunately, it is upside down. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name of this to form. Okay. Click. Now I'm going to fix this. So come over here to File, Rotate. Come on. Actually, I got to move something out of the way here. Bear with me for 1 second. Let's get that out. Okay. File, rotate page left. And then one more time. And now we're in the right space. Okay. So here's where the form is. This is the form that I'm supposed to fill in. Oop. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. Here we go. Okay. A little crooked, but we'll have to deal with that. So my license number, I need to put in a field for that. So I'm going to add text. This is just like when you're working with an offer. Add this text, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Here's a little trick. When you're adding text fields, let's say you want everything to be uniform. For text, you have all these options: bold, italic, etc. Very, very far right, there's something called more, and it shows up advanced. And it gives you your size. So 170 pixels width and 22 pixels height. Okay. So moving forward, I'm going to want everything to be the same height at least. So I'm going to make sure everything's 22 pixels height. So there's my field for my number. And my license number is 3008728. Okay. 3008728. There's one field. Now I've got to add another field, text. There's name. So instead of me dragging and dropping this to make it the specific size, I'm just going to go right up here to advanced. I'm going to need it probably twice the width, make that 200 pixels. Remember, we were making this 22, I think it was 22 pixels height, right? Apply. Now it's bigger. So I can put in Bob Kimball. Okay. And close this window out. And then I can do the rest of these. Now, this particular field, this length, kind of will fit in phone and email. Well, if you look on the right-hand side here in this grayed out stuff over here, this is kind of like a little cheat sheet on how to copy and paste different fields and such. So the top one says, to copy a field, we hold the control button down plus shift plus C for copy. So I'm coming over here and I'm going to click on this. I'm not going to click here so the cursor is like there. I don't want to type in here. I want to click on it. So see, look, I can't get away from that. So I'm gonna click over here to turn that off. You know, it's turned on. It's unclicked because there's nothing here. And then I'm gonna click on it again. Eek. And I know that's highlighted because it's red. So now I'm hitting the Shift, Control, and hitting C. And then to paste, you hit Shift, Control, Shift, and V for paste. So I hit Shift, Control, V. And now I can move it down here because it will fit in there. And I can hit Control V again, paste it, and then drop it here. that one's a little complicated, then I can go in here and I can change the stuff. So 954-830-6104. If that's too complicated, just continue doing it the way before, adding them one at a time. Text, drop it in here. You can resize it by clicking on this little arrow and resizing it this way, dragging it, or again, you can resize it up here, clicking on advanced. We wanted everything 22 pixels high, and then hit OK, close out this window. Okay, so that's how you add text to a particular form. Here we've got like little dots, right? Well, other things that you can add are signatures and initials. You're familiar with that. A date bar, you're never going to use that. You add your name, you're never going to do that either because you're just going to type it in. But you do have checkboxes and radio buttons. Okay, there's also a strike there with it, which you're familiar with. So let's see if we can add this radio button to like A. And I'm going to drop it off there. So, oh, look at that. And then you can just click on it. I don't know if I like that one. It's so small. How do we change that size? 13 by 13. Let's say we're change this to 18 by 18. And what do we get? Apply. It's a little bigger. I like that. But God, it's difficult to work with. How do you move this? Okay, I've never really I've never really worked with the radio buttons before, but I can tell you this: it's difficult to move it because it doesn't really like give us the right thing to move things around without using the cursor. You hold down the shift key and then you use your arrow keys. So your right, your up, your down arrow keys. I'm holding down the shift and I can nudge this a little bit over here and there. Okay. If you wanted to skip the radio button and use a checkbox, then it has the same type of big red box, and the center part is where the checkbox is, and I can then click on it and check it. Again, if this is highlighted, this little more button is how I can change the size. Okay. Again, if you were doing something like this where you had to put in a lot of checkboxes, I'm going to say this one more time so you can understand it again. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put my cursor on it until I see the arrow. I'm clicking on it once, and then these boxes again come up. To copy, hit on Control, hold down Shift, and then hit C to copy. Okay. To paste, I'm going to move my cursor over here. I'm holding the Control button, holding the Shift button, and holding the V button for paste. You'll see it shows up at in the center at the very top. But as soon as I move my cursor, it will bring it to where the box is. To move this while it's still pink, I hold down the Shift button and I'm hitting the up arrow buttons. Okay, let me show you that again. You'll notice nothing is highlighted because there's nothing up here in this bar here. I'm coming over here, putting my cursor on it and clicking it. It actually hit the checkbox on. We know something is highlighted because I've got a little bar up here, this blue bar. I'm coming over here to copy. Shift, Control, C for copy. Put my cursor roughly where I want it to go. And I'm hitting this, Control, Shift, and then V for paste. Move my cursor, and then it shows up. I want it there, and I'm clicking on my keypad, or my mouse, my touchpad, or my mouse, clicking it and releasing it to drop it. And then I don't have to copy it again. I can just hit, as long as this one thing is copied, I can just hit paste, 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 paste. Shift, Control, V for Victor, paste. Move my cursor, leave it, and then click to drop. Shift, Control, hit V, move my cursor, and then I can click my keypad to drop. Okay, so I use that Shift, Control, and then C for copy and V for paste for any one of these fields. Be aware of that, including if you need to do initials. So I can come down here. And let's say I needed initials there, drop down your initials. You can assign the field or you can sign it yourself. Okay. I hope that helps help you figure out how to fill in the form. The other option is to just fill out the form and then scan it and upload it. Oh, but if you need to send this to somebody else to fill out, yeah, then that's an issue. So if you want to call me to tell me what the form is, maybe we can come up with an easier way if this is too difficult. Also be aware that when you're done here, you're going to want to hit save, and then you can get out of the form. Okay, I'm not going to share. So I hope that helps out. And if you have any problems, give me a shout. Okay, Annie?